Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. In this video, as you can see, I'm on my wife's RD125LC, which has just come out of surgery, some major surgery of a full engine rebuild, and basically I've changed all the seals, I've basically done a full overhaul on her, so any bearings that needed changing, I basically just did all the seals when I was there. And she's running a blooming charm. Well, she's just about running a charm. I think there's still an air leak somewhere, and I've got my sneaky suspicion it's the right hand crank seal where it's leaking in, but it's not the seal's fault, it's actually the spacer which the seal sits on, which is heavily worn. But other than that, it's flying. I've got a bit of a fine adjustment to do because I have up the jets to try and counteract the restricted carb, which isn't 100% yet, but we're getting there. It'll still do 75-80, no problem on what it's doing at the moment. But yeah, it's a great little, I love it to be honest. I think, and my wife loves it as well. It's a great beginner bike, it's just got a lot of oomph. So I thought, since I've done it all, and I've done 26 miles on it since I rebuilt it, I thought I'll take it to the bike meet and just see what bike's there, and also just kind of run this through properly. Just some nice relaxed riding. Some of the things I've done to it when I stripped it, like I say, I did all the bearings, the seals. I put a new bore on it because the bore that was on was basically, a lot of the threads on it were heavily, well, most of them were threaded. So I basically found a new bore which hadn't been rebored at all, so it was actually at standard rebore. Hey, and it's off. Bye-bye! Oh, I love two strokes. Love them! So that went on with a new piston, and because the bore was pretty much run in, I'm taking it easy, I'm not like ragging the tits off it, but you know, I don't have to fully run it in, if that makes sense. It's also got new rings on it. But yeah, so all the bolts are properly bolted in, which on the other one it wasn't, and I put racing reeds in her, so she's it's a bit more crisp. I can't say there's much difference. I've also put a reblock spacer in, which I can't say has done much. I was hoping it was going to lower the power band a bit further down, which they meant to, but I don't think it has. It's still sitting at 5.5 where the power band kicks in. Say nothing. Hey, she's awake. And she's sounding nice. No rattles and so on and so forth. However, like I say, I think there's an air leak, and when I stop at these traffic lights I'll show you why. So idling, no matter what I do, she'll sit at 2000 RPM, and she's not going to this time. She's actually going to drop down. Well, basically she's got erratic idling, as in sometimes she'll settle below 1000 and sometimes she'll settle at 2 and a bit, which to be honest is classic air leak syndrome. But like I say, I think I know what the problem is. I know I'm going to have to partly dismantle the engine to get this blooming spacer out, which I think the problem is, because it can't be the carburetors or anything in that tracks, because I have gulped the hell out of that. There's liquid gasket on it, there's now going to be getting into there. But yeah, sounds nice anyway. It needed doing. There was some nightmares in this engine. Somebody had decided, there's a lot of these engines have been bodged. I'll show you a picture of the crankcase now, which was the oil sump bodge, which I think I've brought up before. Just drop it down into the power band, get it up. Like I say, she still needs a bit of fettling, but she'll get you up to 70 easy enough at the moment, which is all we're wanting. Don't be ragging the tits off. But yeah, she is running quite well. I just need to, like I say, sort out that one little problem and give her a bit of a fine tune. On the video front, however, I know I haven't been putting that many videos up. Numerous reasons. One, I'm bloody busy, work, family commitments. It's just, you know, life comes first. That's just the be all and end all. I know some people out there can survive on YouTube. I cannot by far. I don't get that much off the videos, but it's enough to kind of put back into the videos. All the money that kind of I get off my monetization actually goes into the videos, such as buying bits for the bikes and stuff, to then put videos back up. and also new videoing equipment like the one I've got on now. But I've also, I hope this mic works today, because my good mic, which I used to use on all my videos, broke, and I haven't found a decent one to replace it. This one, what many people said, oh, this is the best and all that, it's so sensitive it picks up any type of wind noise, so it's it's got a wind blocker on, one of those foamy things, and I've also wrapped it in a bit of cloth, hopefully to knock out some of the noise, but to still hear me jabbering on. However, just an update on the bikes. The 500 is performing faultlessly, touch wood. I was out a day on it, and I'm not kidding you, she is a laugh, and I will be doing a video in the next couple of weeks just kind of updating you where the 500 is. The A100 yet again running great after me barrel transplant. This bike is running, getting there, and she's warm up. Another thing that I did was the temperature gauge never worked properly. I was kind of overheating when I was not even running, so I got one off an Audi and it seems to work quite well. And it was a hell of a lot cheaper than the way she's starting to liven up now. She's hot. How can you not like two strokes? How can you not like them? Yeah. I've also fixed the problem of it was drinking coolant. It's not now, far from it. It's actually keeping it in quite a bit, which is always a good sign. I still stand by the fact that you can have a lot of bloody fun on these small bikes. A lot more sometimes than what you can have on the big bikes. At only 60 mile an hour. Hey, change up. And I love the splitting 6-speed on this. It's so... Have I got another gear? Yes, I do! No cars, no... And I'm up to 70, no problem. Try and get a 4-stroke 125 to do this. It just won't. Well, it might if you were lying down on the tank, coming, cruising away. Temperature's alright, just staying. I think this temperature sensor, because it's not a Yamaha part, reads slightly lower than the stock one. So you'd be normally sitting in the middle, it's actually sitting at just over a quarter, but you just kind of read it the way it reads it, don't you? Oh, I'm out the power band. God, you have to dance up and down in the gearbox with this bike, but that's half the fun. That is, well, that's most of the fun actually. Come on! Come on, I'm not going to change down. Come on, baby, into the power band. Come on, once you get into it, it doesn't drop out like there. We're going into the power band. Woo! Like I say, she's a bit rough around the edges, but I'm going to get that sorted. I do plan on doing her up a bit. I just wanted to get all the mechanicals kind of sorted, and then all the kind of looks and stuff can get sorted after. Because it just means my missus can ride it, and then over winter when we're both kind of not riding, we can then kind of do some work on it. Oh, come on. Power band! Now! For some reason my helmet's just fogging up in one eye. Explain me that one. Explain it to me. I did, going back to the right hand crank seal, when I saw the spacer which the seal sits on, I thought, oh god, was this your groove where the 36,000 miles the seals have actually worn it down? And I thought, well, because it's worn it down, it might actually still kind of be a nice enough fit. I didn't take into account if I'm putting a new seal in, that seal's not going to fit into the same groove because it hasn't been run with that blooming spacer. So yeah, I just have to find another spacer, which to be honest I haven't found yet, and I don't know if you can get them or not. But we shall see. Drop it down. She's sounding nice though. She's got a, if you drop below 1,000, well, around about 1100 RPM, she's got a hell of a reed flutter. You can hear it going chicka 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 chicka. But the racing reeds I've put in, I think they're good for like 1,000 miles or something. And then I recommend changing them. Hey! I'm still going blind in one bloody eye. At least sun's come out, was chucking it down before. It was pissing it down. I need a mic run for this as well. I need a nice zippy exhaust, methinks. Now you're not going to idle, are you? I'm going to pull up and it's going to be like... bleh, bleh, bleh. Right, so I think I'll leave this video for here because this is the bike meet, so I'll get confused and embarrassed pulling up with all the bikers and just talking to myself. I look like a right idiot, so as always, keep safe, watch this space because there will be more videos coming up, I promise. I'm just being lazy and life's getting in the way and all that, you know, all the boring stuff's getting in the way. So, as always, keep safe, ride safe, and I shall see you soon. Let's see where I can park. Definitely not too many. Okay, I'll park there.